Hello students, we will see today how we can use this dial gauge as a comparator. Okay, so see this is a dial gauge. Okay, the smallest reading which it can take is 0.01 mm and the maximum reading it can take is 10 mm. Okay, so my pointer, the big pointer is here is at 80 and the small pointer you can see here it is between 9 and 8. Okay, so there are two dials here. Okay, there are two dials, the bigger dial, okay, and the smaller dial. Okay, as I keep a surface, okay, between this, okay, it shows some reading. Okay, when I remove this, it comes back to its original reading. Okay, as soon as I keep this here, okay, or I change this will move. Okay, so what is happening here is we are trying to measure a small thing as compared to a big thing. Okay, as compared to a big thing we are trying to measure a small thing. Okay, I mean to say as compared to a standard thing we have to measure the deviation. Okay, let's say this is my standard thing of 2.0 mm. Okay, so I am doing some mass production, so I want that this let's say a thing which I have to manufacture, its length should be around 20 mm. Okay, it should be around 20 mm. So if I want this thickness to be around 20 mm, what am I doing? With the help of this dial gauge, I am making this dial gauge as a comparator also. Okay, I will get to know how much is the reading which is about 2 mm, 20 mm or below 20 mm. Okay, कोई भी अगर मैं ब्लॉक को मेजर कर रहा हूँ, मैंने मास प्रोडक्शन किया, मेरे पास बहुत सारे ब्लॉक्स हैं, तो मैं उसको अगर उसका लेंथ, उसका जो डायमेंशन है मुझे मेजर करना है, तो मुझे हर बार कितना है वो नहीं मेजर करना है, मुझे ये डायल गेज के अंदर उसको रखना है इस तरह से, और फिर अगर मैंने इसको एज ए कंपैरेटर बना दिया तो वो मुझे बताएगा कि 20 mm से कितना ज्यादा है, वो डायरेक्टली बताएगा. कैसे? देखो, ये एक स्टैंडर्ड चीज है, ये एक स्टैंडर्ड चीज है, इसका जो डायमेंशन है, इसका जो थिकनेस है वो है 20 mm. ये स्लिप गेज है, तो मैं ये स्लिप गेज की हेल्प से इसको 0 पे सेट कर दूंगा. किस पे सेट कर दूंगा? 0 पे. राइट नाउ द स्मॉल डायल इज एट 0 एंड द बिग पॉइंटर इज एट between 10 and 20. The small pointer is at 0. Okay, so how it works, first of all we will see that. See, there are 100 readings here between 0 to 0 once again. Okay, so the pointer when it moves and comes back to 0, it completes 100 divisions. So this smallest division here, okay, the smallest division here is of 0.01 mm. Smallest division is of 0.01 mm and the smallest division inside the small scale is of 1 mm, only 1 mm. Okay, so the smallest division on this big scale is 0.01 mm, therefore the least reading here is 0.01 mm. Okay, and here in this the least reading is 1 mm. Okay, so when this indicator moves from 0 to 1, it means that it has changed the dimension from, let's say, 0 mm to 1 mm or 1 mm to, if it increases by 1 mm then it will be 2 mm. Okay, when this dial moves from 0 to 1 means it has covered 1 mm. Again when it moves from 0 to 2, it means it has covered 2 mm. So likewise, if it moves from 0 and it comes to 8, it has covered 8 mm. Then when it comes to 9, it has covered 9 mm. And from when it comes to 0 again, it has covered the whole 10 mm. So it can measure only up to 10 mm. Deviation up to 10 mm means what? This plunger, okay, this plunger can go maximum this, okay, it goes maximum up to 10 mm. See, it is here, okay, and when I rotate it, it is coming somewhere around that point only. Okay, so the maximum length it can travel or maximum thing which we can measure through this is 10 mm. So how it is working, we see how we will make this, how we will measure this. Okay, see, first of all, this is our taper bar. Okay, I am keeping it beneath this. Okay, what is the reading now? We'll see the reading. The reading is, okay, the reading is 60. Okay, the reading is 60. 62, let's say. Okay, 62. So it is not giving any dimension to me. Okay, it is just giving a reading which is 62. You can see here it is between 70 and 60, 50, 60 here, and then 61 is the reading. Okay, so here at this point the bigger pointer is at 61 and the small pointer is between 9 and 8. As I move this, okay, just observe, as I move this, it will move. Okay, it has moved from 60 back to 10, and the small pointer is also moving. As soon as it reaches 60, okay, here again see the small pointer has also moved. Now again I am moving here, the small pointer is coming back towards 1, and at 70 or 80, okay, or 88, it is at 1. It is, the small pointer is at 1, but if I move it again towards this higher length, okay, higher height, okay, you can observe this is a taper bar. So when I am moving it, okay, when this pointer will complete the whole rotation and come back to this near 90, okay, see, near 90, then the small pointer has come to 2. The small pointer here has come to 2. Again I will move it, okay, and again I will rotate it. See, the small pointer is also rotating, and when it is coming back at 90, then it has moved to 3. So for one complete rotation of the big indicator, the small pointer makes how many divisions? 1 division. For 100 divisions of the big pointer, the small pointer makes 1 division, only 1 division. So it means that the pointer is moving along with the small pointer is moving in reference to the big pointer. So the smallest division here, which is 0.01 mm. Okay, the least count is 0.01 mm here, means if the indicator is here, okay, the indicator is here at 0, okay, here let's say 0, and when it moves from 0 to 1 here, at this point it has covered a distance 1 mm, sorry, 0.01 mm. Okay, now again it is moving from 0 to 10, means from 0 to 10 it has covered 0.1 mm. Okay, 0.1, and then here 20, 0.2, and likewise when it comes back to 0, it has covered a total of 1 mm, isn't it? And that is showed in the deflection here, isn't it? The least count here of the indicator, big indicator, is how much? 0.01 mm. So see, when it moves from here to here, it has covered a distance of 0.01 mm here. Again from here to here 0.01, here to here 0.01. So likewise when it comes to 10 here, okay, it has covered a distance of 0.1 mm, here 0.2 mm. So likewise when it comes back to 0, see the small indicator, it is also moving, and it comes back to 0. The small indicator has covered a distance of how much? 1 mm. Okay, so it is showing, the small indicator is how much, showing the reading of 1 mm. So likewise from 0, when the small indicator, this yellow one, okay, yellow one, when it comes back to 0, it has covered 10 mm. Again I will move it back, see, I will rotate it anti-clockwise from 0, see the small pointer also, it is coming back to 4. So therefore the smallest reading on the yellow indicator or the small indicator is 1 mm. Okay, so what am I doing now? How am I making this as a comparator? See, I remove this, I use this slip gauge only. Okay, I am putting it here. Okay, I am putting it here. How much is the reading? It is around 16, and the pointer is also, small pointer is also not at 0. What I will do now is I will set this dial gauge to 00 with this same slip gauge. How will I do that? See, I will change this setting here from this knob. from this knob I will change the setting and I will do that. Okay, see, I will move it a little bit. I will open this. Okay, I will open this, and from this I can move it up or down. Okay, up or down. So with the help of, when I am moving it up or down, the reading can change, because when I put it on this surface, the dial gauge is moving. See, when how much it is pressing, see, the more I press it, the reading is changing. So what I am doing is, I am setting it to 0, 0. I am setting it to 0, 0. Okay. Little bit adjustment, and I will get the 0. Okay. So somewhere I have got the 0. Okay. The yellow pointer is main. Okay. That should be adjusted. Otherwise, to bring this at 0, it was not possible. Okay. But now I have set it to approximately 0. But still I can, for it is just for reference. Okay. So I want to make this as a comparator. So what I am trying to do is, I am trying to set this pointer at this 2 mm size. Okay. At this 2 mm size of the slip gauge, I want to set my dial gauge at 0, 0, so that I can take the reference. So what I can do is, by adjusting this through this, okay, the outer this measurement, I can set this pointer also to 0. Okay. So what has happened at this point is, my both the pointer is 0, and I have set it at 2 mm. So when I remove this, okay, it comes back to its original position, and when I keep a 2 mm size here, it is showing 0, 0. Okay, I remove this, but when I keep this, it is showing 0, 0. Okay, so with reference to this, now if I keep a 3 mm gauge, it should come back to 0, 0. It should move and it should come back to its original position. If I keep 2.5 mm, okay, if I keep a 2.5 mm, then what will happen? Where will be the reading? Just see. Okay. We will see what will happen when I increase the size by a little bit. Okay. Just a little bit. What has happened? See. When I have increased the size by 5 mm, it has moved to 50. See, I have added this slip gauge. I have added this slip gauge, which is of 0.5 mm. 0.5 mm. It means, what will happen? 0.5 mm, I am adding it to here, okay, on this. So what is happening? See, the small gauge was at 0, and now the small gauge, it has moved from 0, exactly between 0 to 1, and this has moved to 50. Okay, why it has moved to 50? Because the smallest reading here from here is 0.01. So when it is moving from here to here, it has covered how much? 0.1 mm. Here 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 and 0.5 mm it has covered. Hope you are getting this. So that is why the reading has increased by 0.5, and I am interested only in that case how much reading is increased above 2 mm. Okay, now I will add one more gauge, okay, one more slip gauge, that is of 1 mm. I will add to this. Okay, see what will be the reading. See here, what is the reading? Same reading or different reading? No, it is a different reading. See, it was at 0, now it has come to 1. It has come to 1 and beyond 1, between 1 and 2. Beyond 1, between 1 and 2. So how much is the dimension increased? First, initially it was at 0, and this pointer was also at 0. So it has, this pointer, the small pointer has moved from 0 to 1. Means this big pointer has covered one cycle, come to 50, okay. Sorry, one cycle and come to 0, and then after that it has come again to 5. Let's see this. Okay, I remove, okay, this, here it is between 0 to 1 and the pointer is at 50, and I am adding here. See, when I add here, okay, when I am trying to add this, okay, it is moving, okay, and see, it has taken a one full revolution, and therefore this 1 mm gauge is adjusted inside this. Okay, similarly, if I add more things, let's say I add more value inside this. Let's say what slip gauge size I have. Again, I have a slip gauge size of 1.5 mm. Okay, 1.5 mm. Okay, and I add it to here. What will happen? See, the small gauge is at 3 and the pointer is at 0, 0. The big pointer is at 0. Means total of 3 mm is added beyond the basic size. So it is showing at 3. Here 3 and here 0. So what you have understood, students? It means the basic size which I have kept here. Okay, I am removing all the slip gauges, and now the basic size which I have kept is at 0, 0. It is indicating 2 mm, and after that, if I add anything, if I add anything to this or any job which is more than 2 mm, it will show the reading के 2 mm से कितना ज़्यादा है. How much more than 2 mm is the size of any job or any object is there. Okay, so it is just used to compare things. Okay, अगर मुझे 2 mm के आसपास चाहिए कोई चीज और टॉलरेंस है मेरा लेट्स से 0.2 mm तक, तो यहां पर मुझे क्या चाहिए रहेगा कि मेरा स्मॉल जो ये मेरा डायल है वो 2 से आगे नहीं जाना चाहिए. कोई भी चीज में मेजर करूं इसके अंदर, तो अगर वो 2 mm से ज्यादा है तो क्या होगा, हम लोग उसको रिजेक्ट कर देंगे. Hope you have understood how the dial gauge can be used as a comparator.